Hello and welcome, Pisces. I'm Adriana, and I'm an evolutionary life coach here to guide you through your intuitive and spiritual message for the week, as well as spiritual focus. So let's get started. Your very first card is the theme, basically the overarching theme of energy that the universe is sending you to work with and to play with. And we've got this lovely Ace of Wands card. This is the energy of a fresh start, an invigorated new beginning that's ready to shoot itself upward and just start growing. So Pisces, you might be feeling pretty fired up about something, pretty anxious or dying to start something new. And this card also carries with it the connotations of rebirth. So you're coming out of something darker or old and becoming something new. We're rising again. So this is our energy of the week. Let's look at where your energy wants to sit this week. We've got the Five of Wands, so it's neither negating nor helping this energy. It's still a Wands card, so you're still in that fire energy, but instead of the energy going up and expanding out, it's caught in this kind of thing, in a circle, in a bit of contention, either an inner conflict or an outer conflict with people in your environment. Something that's causing you to expend your energy, but at the end of the day, you kind of feel like you haven't gained any ground. You know you've done a lot of stuff, you know you've gone through a lot of things, but somehow you don't feel like you're any closer or any more forward towards your goal than you were when you started. And this card here is it's kind of like shining that goal out for you, saying, hey, let's get this started. But although you're busy, we're not quite getting there. So let's see what else is in the literally in the cards for you. And as I'm pulling these cards up, I'd love to remind you to consider subscribing or hitting that like button if you haven't already. I'd love to stay in contact with you every week so we can keep evolving on this spiritual journey together. So let's keep going. We've got Ace of Pentacles, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So very interesting, Pisces, because now all of a sudden we're in the earth. We're in the earth element, whereas before we were in the fire. So we're talking about stability, we're talking about foundation, we're talking about the need to really get into the ground and to kind of build from ground up, from ground zero. Part of the reason why you feel like the energy is not going anywhere, that you're busy and it's not accomplishing anything, our clue is all right here. That we need to connect more with the ground so that we have a stable foundation upon which to do our amazing creative work, to burst forth, to have that rebirth. So we start with this Queen of Pentacles on this side. And I am asking if it is an energy outside of you or if it is an energy that you need to cultivate. And I'm getting the cultivation signal. So Queen of Pentacles talks about quintessentially being very grounded in self-nurturing, making sure that you're nurturing yourself on the physical level, eating right, sleeping right, getting enough vitamins, getting enough minerals. If your diet needs to be altered, this is a great time to look at that. She's also a reminder to take time out for yourself and to make sure that you're feeling whole and energized and complete, that you're not getting yourself so worn out in all of this activity over here. So she's really a reminder for self-care. The Seven of Pentacles, oops, I dropped the Ace. I'm going to leave him there for a second. The Seven of Pentacles energy is really interesting because they're almost, the Queen is sort of interacting with this energy, but she's also kind of not. And he's kind of going into there and he's kind of not. Seven of Pentacles talks about the timing. When is it right to cut yourself off, to move forward? When is it time to to keep something. And right now you're being told it's time to cut something off. All right, and I'm being told to stay on this theme. So we're going to stay on this theme. There's something in your life that is not really serving you much anymore. It's gotten you to a specific point, it's gotten you to a good place, but it's now time to cut yourself off and now become a bit more independent, a bit more self-possessed. And this Queen of Pentacles, I'm starting to see now, she's kind of like a support energy. So this may also be the energy of a guide or a really supportive friend, just a support energy that says, yes, you can do this. Yes, this is the time. And in fact, this is the most nurturing choice you can make for yourself right now. It's whatever it is that's keeping you stuck in here. Something you're distracted with or desire to compete, or someone is just to get to your energy before you have a say in it. You know how that happens sometimes where your energy can just get pulled and all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, where did it go? I feel like it's something like that. It's not something you're actively going out to engage in, but you look down and you find yourself in it. And these cards are asking you to step back and look at this a little bit more and make sure that every choice and every situation you find yourself in is actually self-nurturing. Now we get to the final answer, the Ace of Pentacles. And remember, we started our reading with an ace, and now we come back to another ace. And we're coming full circle because Ace of Wands is a more masculine energy that pushes upwards. And this Ace of Pentacles energy is a more feminine energy that grounds you into the horizontal. So do you see how we're making a complete circle here? And we're looking at the full picture of really what's going on. This Ace of Pentacles energy is telling you that yes, something is awakening, something is beginning new. Very similar to what's happening here, but the energy is quieter, it's more subtle. And it's saying that in order to have this sparkly, new, exciting rebirth, we have to make sure that this quieter energy is all right too. It's kind of like the yin and the yang energy is balanced. This would be the yin energy and this would be the yang energy. So this energy reminds you not to get too far ahead of yourself, to make sure that you're taking care of things one step at a time. So these are simple questions. And the simple question is this situation nurturing for me right now? Is this conversation nurturing for me right now? Is whatever I'm doing right now nurturing for me right now? And if the answer is no, then you get to just excuse yourself or do something else. If the answer is yes, then keep doing that until the next moment. Then something else will be unfolded for you. And then in that moment you say, okay, is this nurturing for me now? Is this good for me now? And then that next moment. So it's this constant process of looking at nurturing and cutting off what isn't, and then stepping forward and looking for the more nurturing, and then cutting off what isn't and stepping. So you see, it's kind of a pattern that accumulates momentum, and it builds this smooth, solid ground. And then finally we have the support for that fire. So really interesting little process that was uncovered for you here, Pisces. If you have questions on it, please let me know in the comments below, or if you want to reach out and say hi, it's always lovely to hear from you. And thanks so much for your time and energy and for joining me this week. I will invite you to check out my website, True Guidance Tarot, if you're curious about other spiritual offerings or you want to continue your spiritual journey a little bit deeper. Otherwise, I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great week.